I want this podcast to do exactly to be what I wanted when I was transitioning, like when I was going from student to new practitioner, from new practitioner to seasoned pharmacist, which is what they call the old folks now. But I somehow am no longer an NPN. I'm like in this other category. That's okay. But I want it to be a place where people that are in pharmacy, not in pharmacy, like you can come, laugh with us, learn from us. I've made so many mistakes. that I hope by sharing here, it can help other people not make the same mistake. But my dreams for this podcast, super simple. It will be the biggest podcast in pharmacy, period. Full stop. End of discussion.
Do you
End of story.
Like you came to me and you're like, here's my 6 million ideas I had I received the message at 2 a.m. I don't know what time you wrote it.
My random 2 a.m. thoughts.
Did you just wake up like you're like sleeping and then you're like,
well, remember, I have a newborn who isn't sleeping through the night yet. So I'm up and I was like, I think that's the move. I think that's what would be really cool. I want her to say no. I don't want to assume that she's not going to do it. I want her to tell me, no, I don't want to do it. So I text you that at 2 a.m. because it was on my mind and I finally had the courage to ask.
Wait, why did you think I was going to say no?
I'm not going to do something corny like, my story began in 10,000 BC. I'm not going to do that. I am originally from Guinea, which is in West Africa. It is a super tiny country on the west coast of Africa. For anyone who doesn't know Africa well, if you know Liberia and you know Guinea-Bissau and Ivory Coast, we are tucked right in there with them. But we were a French colony in Africa, so English is not my first language.
Yes, speak more about French to us.
Listen, major point of insecurity as I went through pharmacy school and residency, and even now, right? I read a lot because I'm always insecure that when I express myself, am I being received the way I want to be received?
How are you supposed to grow up in a world where you were told to be quiet your whole life? And then all of a sudden now it's like, well, you need to ask for a raise. You need to negotiate whatever. You need to put yourself out there if you want to climb the corporate ladder and all this. It's like, I've never been taught to, I've never been given permission to. I was just told to put my head down, work as hard as possible. Forget about any crazy dreams that you may have, because that's not going to happen. This is the safest path. You know, that was what we were taught to do.
It's a profession with a lot of old traditions. Like, these things are
I've rolled my eyes.
You know what I mean? Like, they are baked in deep into the profession, and how you show up in it is predetermined, predefined. It's very well laid out. And that is necessary because we are taking care of people. Like, quite literally, people's lives are in our hands. But I think two things could really be true at the same time. Like, I could be a phenomenal pharmacist that shows up with all those things and still be the next best podcast in this profession. We're claiming it. And still have the most successful match rate anywhere, right?
Part of it is really hard to feel different all the time. Even my name, right? Like, I pronounce it Thu because on my first day of either 3rd or 4th grade, I can't remember, my teacher stepped in and was like, Thu? And I was like, that must be me. And that's how I've always pronounced my name in America. That's not how
Okay, pause. What is the correct pronunciation of your name? We're fixing this today.